Could you let me know like what is this story is all about?
I think this is the story of Eklavya who taught himself
Yes,
how to be a master archer. And
yes,
when the Pandava princess and their entourage was passing by and the dog was barking,
yeah,
uh, he fired arrows into the mouth of the dog in such a way as to not hurt the dog, but just stop him from barking. He filled his mouth with arrows.
right. Yeah. So for me, actually, this is the difference between a child who is learning themselves and a child who has been like kind of taught externally. So if you see like this, all the princesses, prince and all are trained for what? Like they train for war, right? And even if you see like modern day children, like if you just see them, like young children are all alike, but once they grow up, like my son's friends, they are only discussing about JEE, NEET, and then like there is no life around it. Like whereas my 15 years old son still goes up to play. He plays with very young children also, but these boys are like kind of not to be seen. Like they are vanished. They are always into the classes and all. And here he did exactly what is needed. He just did it like because he was getting disturbed, need to work. But if you see the other people, like they came with all the entourage, they have brought many things. They could have come alone also. This is just hunting, but they like showed everybody. So here you can see like whenever a child passes exam and all, their photos and all put in the kind of school board. If they pass the exam, I'm saying like it is there, but it doesn't create that picture. What creates the image for another child or another parent? No? Like I was in the beginning of the session, I was sharing about my teacher. And for me also, like when I started like seeing like before 9, I didn't had idea there is a board exam. And then I started, okay, once you want to do best, every human being wants to do that. So then I saw a picture where all these board members, like kind of who have, in our time, there is a like, if you top the board, your picture and there your interview and all come into this uh, newspapers. And I got very inspired. Like, imagine like you're coming and somebody's interviewing it, how like your parents will feel better, no? Like that kind of thought came. And then like went like kind of this next 4 years, I stopped everything, only focused on study, but I passed with like around 75% of marks only. And then did engineering, like as my friends were doing. After engineering, then I realized the engineering is not enough, did MBA, and then got placed to a company and then did work in Hewlett Packard for 20 years and then came here. So of course, always like as many of you said, wanted to look for alternative way of doing things. Even when I was in school, I used to think like, what would happen if I go to another school and just spend the like 1 month there and try to find out how they are learning. It is not that our teachers are not great, but I had that idea like if there is a system of because I didn't had idea of like student exchange program and all until I came to Bangalore. But I wanted to have that, like to see like how they're thinking, how do you want to do that. So this is how like I feel in tradition of in India, the alternative schooling or homeschooling, it is always part of it. So this is one story. Another story I kind of really like it kind of rejuvenated and did that. Like as you grow up, Indian society is into different like kind of based in the parents and all. Like as you shared background, we are belong to different criteria. Child has different environment. So this story about is a boy like who actually went to his guru and asked like kind of can I learn from you? And the guru said, what's your name? Or like what's your gotra and all. So he said that I didn't know, means I don't know about who is my father is. My name is this one, Satyakam, and my mother name is Javala, and my mom said that I should tell you my name is Satyakam Javala. So that is the name. So in modern society, it is like kind of taboo, and maybe he would have discriminated. But conquered to that, like the guru accepted him, and he later became a very kind of renowned rishi of his time. And Satyakam Javala, like kind of this. So what I feel that's what was our tradition, like as you go along. And I found across everywhere, like anybody learning from anywhere, it is always presence is there. Like if we think of our Puranas and all, we are not limited to somebody who can teach us. Anybody can teach us anything, and that's what have been our idea. And like many people like tell me that this homeschooling idea and all like has come from the West. So so I don't find that like the term homeschooling might have come from there, and like US already have been progressed, and like there are a lot of homeschooling support and all is there. But for me, I just kind of want to tell that around 100 years back in India itself, Rabindranath Tagore has started something called Shanti Niketan, which you can very well say like modern day alternative education, because there was no classroom as such. People used to study under trees. They had open classroom, and and it started from Rabindranath Tagore himself. Didn't like schools, so he started that, and then at the time of COVID, actually, I was just reading. So then, even he used to prepare kwashayam and all given to the children. And at the time of COVID, also means that time also there was a pandemic in India around 1919 and all. And he kind of protected those children. The children was like so fit and uh, kind of alive. They didn't caught that pandemic at that time. Just to give you background of like how homeschooling, like people may think that it's new, but for me it is like it is there in our DNA. Although we are kind of don't know about it. So this person, Kamala Nehru, we know that he is sorry, she is wife of our first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. You might be surprised to know she was homeschooled. Entire her study she did, and of course, I'm just giving this as a primary figure because that's how like we might know them, but you might know at that time very much many of the children, because girls education just started. Many of the like kind of eminent ladies of that time, you can say they were homeschooled. I'm talking about like 100 years before and all like that. Then our first education prime minister, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, he was homeschooled, and it has been tradition, no? Like even when I started Skill Elevate Online, one of my first two students, one was from Christian community and one was from uh, Muslim community. And what I found common between us, like our concern about the children. Just now you said the same thing, no? Like uh, our children should get like something better. No, what is there? And this is the evidence. You can say like this is where it is there. So of course there was a parallel kind of kind of question was happening like in the especially in US and all. There are people like who are asking the like factory schooling system which was established after World War II. They were asking, then the people were looking for that. Like there are book like how children learn, and it has been there. There has been Strasbourg kind of thing movement happened in England, where like and then of course you many of you have said about Rudolf Steiner. So in Europe already they were there, but I feel even in India or also even eastern part of Asia also we had initiative, like kind of there. And and there is a school called Nilbag in 1970s. It was started. It was started in somewhere in Maharashtra, and that is like a true alternative school, you can say, or maybe alternative thinking. So what I'm trying to present to you is like in India, it is not that we were not kind of homeschooling as such. Even like the thing I have discussed about my story, I had my friends who have come topper in the exam, which I could not do. I saw that they used to follow their pattern, and their parents used to support them in very distinct way. And then I got married to a family where they have all the toppers. Means this all our Tripura State Board, they have top, and they had their own like homeschooling curriculum. Like apart from school, also they used to follow that. So that's in short to give you idea of like homeschooling. You can name it anyway. Right now, we're calling it homeschooling. But as things have been evolved, um, we kind of now giving name like farm schooling. We are giving name or like open learning. We are giving name like road schooling. We are giving name like unschooling. And like I feel like this is limitless. Maybe later will come up something like AI homeschooling, or maybe after that some conscious homeschooling. We don't know what uh, things will come up. So when parents come to me and all like ask, I want to homeschool my children, first thing is like we have to look for why we should homeschool our children. Like one of the things I keep on asking, even I ask myself why I'm homeschooling and all, just to get the context. So as you said, like many of you have already said the things, and you are in correct context. Like thing is that like whatever we are learning in India or what we are seeing in India or most of the world is like given by a person called Macaulay. The idea of education what created as Macaulay, and like as one of you said that the schooling system what we say is not very old. It is like new. I mean, new in a sense like putting them in a box, you know, like kind of in you have a classroom where you go and enter and stay there whole day, and you have time for that, and coming out. It worked good. Means at the time we needed workforce, and Britishers needed workforce, and we created. But as the country progressed, it has to go into next level. Now we are struggling, no? Like we are now really not able to work it out. CBSE recently given a mandate that 70% attendance as mandatory to attend the school. So it looks like my college. When I went to my engineering college, like this kind of thing was issued by our dean. So like that has come now. That means what? Like people are not able to keep children interested in class. No, we name it, but the structure is kind of failing. And what values and needs guiding this decision? Many of you actually said it. What values you carry, what is needed, and it need not to be like very art shattering and all. As simple, whatever you said. Um, and then like I work with parents like where I look for what are the outcomes we want out of this homeschooling. So and then like it is very important know how your child learns. This is the thing is very interesting for me. Like I kind of read it, but I never knew until my son was born. Means I studied in a school called Ramakrishna Mission schools, like in the eastern part of India. You might have heard that there is a Ramakrishna Mission, and then they run. So I studied there, and in that they speak about Swami Vivekananda, like how we like at our childhood we used to read like in about his childhood. So one of the things, like I read it many times, but I never paid attention. Is like when Swami Vivekananda's teacher used to come, like they used to have private tutors. He used to hand over all the books to him, and he used to lie down and he used to listen. So, and that's how he used to learn. He used to never read a book or write anything. And many of us, we know that his famous story about he went to England or US, and he went to a library, he borrowed some books. Next day itself, he returned, and then librarian was surprised, like, how come this much thick books he could return so fast? And then he asked that, like, you can ask me any question and the answer. So that we know. But many of us, we don't know that this habit built in the childhood itself. And being he kind of, his parents allowed him to be, so he used to learn in this quirky way and everywhere, like kind of, all right, sure. So, and that's how, so only thing is like as a parent, we need to observe like how our child learns. Especially like my elder son is a like kind of kinesthetic learner. Kinesthetic learner means he has to run around, he has to go play sports. So if I put my child into a kind of a school, it's never going to work. He'll get bored. He's not able to do that. So these things are like not like kind of the our teachers, no, like modern day teachers. Maybe they don't get that much training. And then, like, of course, as we go along, we have different kind of boards are there. IB, I have put it because they have a kind of online curriculum for homeschoolers or private candidates. But as of now, it has not gained that traction. Generally, NIS and IGCC is kind of thing like most of the homeschoolers have been following. Um, that's what I give like a skill elevate online. I kind of support NIS and IGCC board students, but also I have supported Karnataka State Board. And just now morning I saw from Maharashtra State Board also one homeschooling child has passed, and that's how like for academic part you can do. Some of the children, like as India is progressing, some of the children are kind of dedicating like their life in sports and all. Like so, they kind of don't have time for any of the academics. So they do with NIOS. And one of these, like Mary Kom, like who was the boxer, she has passed her 10th and 12th from NIOS. She's from Manipur, but she has done it. So that's like I know about like kind of prominent figures. But definitely, like as after COVID, like we are kind of seeing very Spartan homeschooling, and I feel like as going forward, like as the AI is coming more into picture, I am thinking that homeschooling is only going to grow because there are many things are available you can do, and these are the kind of some popular homeschooling method are there. Waldorf, Montessori, unschooling, and Charlotte Mason. What I have homeschooled my children, I go to Isha Foundation, Sadhguru in Coimbatore. So I am inspired by there are two institutes are there in that Isha Foundation. It's called Isha Homeschool and Isha Samskriti. I personally have volunteered in Isha Homeschool. So I'll just briefly explain, and that's what I try to recreate in my home. Means whatever is there, I try to recreate. So basically in Isha, like children wakes up very early at 5:30. Their day starts with Guru Puja, and then they do their morning sadhana or yoga practice, and then they move on with their day. So in my home also, like early morning, we wake up, finish our Guru Puja, and then do our practices. My children have both they have done Hatha Yoga, and then we move on our day. So till morning that is structured. I kept as a structure, but after that they are free to do what they were like they like to do. So I have two sons. One is 15 and one is 12. 15-year-old is very good with children. So, like as I teach, like as part of Skill Elevate Online, like you can see, like this is the Instagram page of ours. So there he also teaches. Basically, he takes classes with young children, and somehow I got feedback that he is a better teacher than me. So That's why they are continuing. So he teaches other homeschoolers. Right now, they are discussing about temples, and then earlier they have discussed about animals. And our they have designed something called Cheetox, which is like combination of cheetah and fox. Just to give you idea, like point homeschoolers, they kind of start teaching what they kind of do. And my younger son is more on building things. So if he goes to Isha, his kind of goal is he wants to become a part of the volunteering team called Isha Bahan. Means that is like cars and all like they. So he goes up, open up there. He himself volunteered in the cycle repairs area of that because he's 12. He cannot volunteer in the other things. So he only created his volunteering and he does that. In home, he has repaired our washing machine. He fixes our fans. He's building his own kind of thing. So he's into that. And none of that I have taught. Although I am a engineer, mechanical engineer, but I none of them I have taught. So they have taken up. So that is again like if you think of the psychology, we have two types of motivation: intrinsic motivation by extrinsic. So when you are in schooling, generally like as it happened, like I have given example, seeing others, I have done engineering or I have done MBA. These guys I'm trying to incorporate is whatever their interest, they should drive it, not us. So this is in brief, and this I just kept like to kind of give you idea. And now, if you want to start homeschooling, Skill Elevate Online, I want to offer it as a kind of support system where I kind of have homeschooling groups. I also have weekly meetups, co-ops, course, online communities. And then, like, I also work with parents to talk to their family members. I have spoken to many of the family members to support, like, if you want to take the homeschooling journey, if people come gang up, how to deal with them. So those are the things I do. Kind of, this is my full-time work now, and that's it. Like from our side. So right now, um, I'll stop this and I'll open it for your question and answer. In case you have any questions right now, we can do that. Anyone wants to ask any type of questions? My God, I think I made everybody asleep, I guess.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing a bit of reading. Now, I am not sure how to introduce phonics or, start teaching language to my son. So, do you have any pointers on that?
Means Jolly Phonics, like when my children was young, I have been recommended by many parents. But honestly speaking, I could not do it myself, like kind of thing. When I have like one of the thing is like I am not from English medium,
Mhm.
and I struggled with my own English. And at the time when my children were young, COVID started, no, so very interestingly, it's like I could not like this 2 years or where we are locked down. We don't know like what these guys did, and they are stuck in a room.
Mm.
And at one point of time, I saw that like they both are reading and they're talking also. So means again like I am like little bit like more like go with Sadhguru here. Sadhguru said like when he taught his daughter or because he has to travel and daughter didn't had any chance, and he stopped everybody to teach her like whether Mary had a little lamb or what the way, no, nothing. She used to just go around and like kind of meet everybody, and by that she developed around 6 languages. So
Okay.
of course my children don't speak 6 languages, but what I see like at least learning of English, the pronunciation and all, they do it.
Okay.
Recently, I volunteered in a program called Bhavasvandana in Isha, and it is like one of the most intense. volunteering experience happens in terms of activity. So my elder son also was there, and then I got feedback from others because initially I didn't say that he is my son. Like the way he speaks, the way he kind of interacts, and he speaks very good English. So all those things feedback I get. So as a structure, you can start with Jolly Phonics, but let him be. Like my recommendation would be let him be. Things will come slowly.
Okay.
Uh,
And at what age do you think we need to start looking into NEOS or IGCSE? Because those are the only two modes available to homeschoolers, I understand.
So this is the most used one. I have a kind of parent who follows US homeschooling. Like US gives many of the curricula, and if
Correct.
you want, you can subscribe and like kind of do it. Like kind of if you have the possibility. I also have, I think, in the group she is not interacting much anymore, but very interestingly, like half part of the year she spends in Russia and
Hmm.
half part she spends in India. And from her only I came to know there is a lot of similarity between Russian language and Sanskrit, it seems.
Yes.
So, so
Right.
that I didn't know. So, and she is homeschooling. So, like similarly, like their counterpart, no, their relatives in Russia also homeschooling.
Okay.
So, so it is like growing. It's like kind of idea of things like how you do now. Right now, resources are available. You can do it whichever way you like. Yes, Prashant.
Yeah, I was just trying to contribute for ma'am's question. So for language learning, sometimes it is better. Are you okay with the screen time for the kid? So one is that gap between learning and assessing and correcting, that is useful. So that's how like the apps like Duolingo and all that, they're quite useful. So there, the child can listen and uh, like practice and see whether it is working fine or not. So that app is good if you are okay with the screen time. But yeah, there is a lot of discipline needed even for the children and parents. And other thing is the style of the child to learn. So is it like more of kinesthetic, or he is okay with learning, his listening and repeating? So sometimes this auditory processing, that is more a concept that is needed to assess if there is a problem with hearing sounds and repeating it. So it is nothing to do with the hearing mechanism. Everything is fine. It's just how the brain processes the sounds and makes up a language. So it falls within more like SLD area,
Okay.
specific
Okay.
learning
Okay.
difficulties. Uh, if it is a like a crowded environment in a school or like there all that, so it becomes difficult to learn and listen what exactly the teacher is saying. If that is the concern, then yeah, this kind of like learning is very useful. But yeah, you can check. I just know of only one option, that Duolingo has been useful for that.
Okay.
But you
Right.
can check. And screen
Anyway.
time is like a warning, so you
Yeah.
have to make sure not get addicted.
Got it. Thanks a lot for your feedback.
And next question.
Okay, can I
Sorry.
go? So
Yeah, it is
maybe,
Isha homeschool. Yeah, here it is Isha.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, please go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, so one is okay. Now you have like your children are elder age. So at some point, you might want to understand what is their capacity in like a
Yeah,
particular subject, like how much they are able to understand and have that knowledge and implement it and the skills, and
right,
their capacity to make an informed decision in any
mm,
area. Let's say
right,
like the child will start learning with banking, investing, or
mm,
at some point will try
yes,
to like stay independent or go some camping and all that, those activities. So there, uh, like in the schooling situation, like people have that much of brackets. Like for this age of child, they will have this kind of life skill for this age of kid that they will have that side of. So for
Mm.
homeschooling, it might be a different journey for everyone. So how do we
Yes.
assess it? Like, yeah. So if we have like ideally, if we have like a small courses and certificates, that would be an ideal condition. Maybe we are moving towards it with NEP and all that, but formally, we will not know. And the other thing is there has to be some other guidance like what we had previously. The guru used to do that ceremony after the completion of education, that okay, this child is now ready to start his like whatever career or start
Yeah.
his grasthashrama, all that. So that kind of a mechanism is not there, but I believe that assessment of those skills and preparing the person for that, that is quite useful. So even if it means that having those kind of ceremonies again, that is useful. I mean, I don't know whether it makes sense or not. It can be
Yeah.
double-edged
Yeah.
sword, but what is your take on it?
Nothing like that. Means again, like one of the time, like if you see why means at when I was growing up, we had lot of ceremonies. I have myself gone through like kind of Vidyarambam and all those ceremonies. But thing is like the way it was done, like since we are like kind of little bit logical bend of mind, like all of us, I cannot convince my children anything if I don't like it doesn't fit them. Like they if they are not fitting the logic, they will not do it. And I have seen it is with most of the homeschooling children also. We need to give proper answer, no? The kind of thing is doing. Ceremonies, yes, they are useful, but if it has to be done in a certain condition, certain way, like right now, uh, I am like kind of got in touch with this energized space or the consecrated space, which I had no clue because I had earlier have no idea about this. Basically, I was not open. I was not taught about it. So it has to be done with proper way. And it is not that I am just only telling about Isha because Isha I have gone, but I know like there are many people are there doing it very right way and lot of things are going. Basically, what I have learned is what works for your child and your family, that is the best way. It doesn't matter like whether I am giving a name or you don't have a name for it. Uh, it doesn't matter. Things is that whichever works for you. At the end of the day, like if it works for you, then you should go about it.
Thank you.
Any questions? You can please. I think it looks very heavy now, so you can ask anything. Questions.
I missed most of it because I had a guest. It is Sunday.
No problem. I
So
can share with you recording and
yeah,
mostly
sure, sure.
I just showed in brief what is like homeschooling in life. Of course,
Yeah.
like when what I do is I do a 3 month trial of homeschooling for like any new homeschooling parents because what I've seen many of people have contact me when they know I am homeschooling my children, but after some time when I meet them, I feel like they are very inspired and all, like they will start homeschooling. Then they say, no, for this reason I could not start. For that reason I could not start. So for this, like I am like kind of doing like kind of academy kind of stuff, like where I'll be literally taking them through homeschooling. Like I ask them to identify one of the kind of methods of homeschooling to just start off with literally take them through so that they don't get like they really get actual test of homeschooling. I ask them to come like Bangalore. I also take parents for a trip to Isha Yoga Center so that like they can also come to know and then we also can like kind of discuss in depth, like kind of right now we are in 1 hour, but there we can have feel free, you can share many things. So those are the things I do for 3 months. Like that is like a paid course I take. But of course, like this, I keep on take seminars and all like that. Wherever I feel chance, I kind of keep doing it.
Okay, but what about the higher education? Let's assume that it works for until certain level. That's where every uh, homeschooler, I mean, I have seen many parents and many students also, like after some period of time, they feel, okay, what I can do, and they go to the mainstream. So,
Yes.
how do,
So yeah, so it depends on the choice of the child. Right now, like when I started, like I have seen, like I'll just present you two, three case studies. One of my first student, like he has gone to IIT Chennai, means just to like give answering the questions like what level homeschooling student can go. And when I met him, he was very clear. He didn't do any coaching and all like that. Only thing, because I was offering NIS thing, he didn't know about how to do it. He came to know about it and came. But he cleared IIT exam on his own. He just took some guidance of some of the problems and all. So in the beginning of Skill Elevate Online, I got that. And then I also kind of happened to connect with one child from Isha Samskriti. Like in Isha Samskriti, they don't give any degree and all like that. But the child decided, okay, I want to become an Ayurvedic doctor. Now to get license, I need to give NEET. So interesting case is like till 10th standard, she didn't do anything. Means she just gave NIS exam, but the subjects were commerce and all these things. So in 12th standard, she kind of started from third standard science and then went up till 12th and then gave the exam. So again, it is like I must put not like as a normal, but I'm just putting it as a possibility because it's the only one child did like that. So like extreme level, like kind of thing they are doing. So if they want to move in this way, but again, as you are homeschooling, see the main idea we are doing homeschooling means maybe we are not happy or maybe not okay with the current thing. So after doing homeschooling for 10, 12 years, again we are going to the same mode. No, then of course there can be think what is the point? And child might ask the question. So for that, right now there are many alternative things are coming up. Like one of the things I know for sure, there is something called Swaraj University in Udaipur, Rajasthan, which is started by like homeschooling parents like me only, and then where they don't give any certificate, they don't give any degree, but it is like a 3 year course. So you can say like it is a homeschooling at the college level in India. Coming to like Isha and Sadhguru, Sadhguru started something called Sadhguru Gurukula, and in that there is like a thing called Sadhana Pada, where I actually recommend all the children I meet like who are after 18, like given, just go through 7 months of time dedicated like to get. Now what they get is like in Isha there is like around 90 departments are there and they are like kind of quite advanced. Like when I was working in HP, myself could not work in AWS, but in Isha, the data center and they are running like all the latest technology, all the apps, they are there. So children go directly access on that and they kind of have that. Also, like Sadhguru is launching now in 2027, there will be a 5 year course for Gen A entrepreneurship, like kind of things are coming, which will be for children. So like that, I'm just giving example of like what I know like that, like as like I work with like how I'm right now working with you. I also work with a lot of entrepreneurs like who are thinking in different way. So you'll see like in the coming years, maybe next even 1 year or 2 year, many things are opening up for our children, which maybe not direct. Like right now, I am Bangalore also. I opened their seat like from 12th standard itself. You can go to I am Bangalore. IITs also have started doing that. So there are things, maybe it is less, but coming. And also like as part of Skill Element Online, my vision is like as our children grow up. So I don't want to grow up as an isolation. If my son is doing something, you guys also can grow. Or if you have something to kind of uh, like kind of contribute, we together do things for our children based on like a community, like at the future, we all come together and support each other so that our children don't have things like, Arey, suddenly where I am. Now, if they have to go and meet somebody, like suppose somebody has started AI startup, that should be run by homeschoolers, or there will be somebody who is doing something like in the spiritually, that also should be some community or somebody should be knowing to them. So, like as you know, like bigger universities and all have bigger like alumni network. So by Skill Elevate Online, maybe slowly we'll build that also. I
Okay.
have posted my WhatsApp group link and for this one. Okay, now I have my student Adya joined. So she's an schooler. Hi Adya, I just taking a session for how to do homeschooling. And
Um,
if you'd like to share a little bit about yourself, I am almost
um,
done with the session. Yeah.
yeah, hello everyone. I'm Adya. I'm 13. I have not gone to school since I finished first standard, and I have been with Rishikesh for like almost the past 4 to 5 years. And I train as a professional athlete. I am a international level tennis player. So, uh, I balance my training with my studies, like in homeschooling, and like Rishikesh sir has really helped us with that. So yeah.
So now you can ask her question, like any case, because this is the real student and like and she plays professional tennis. Any questions if you have? By the way, like she has like she is the idea behind our like book club. Like we have an online book club, so she kind of was the brainchild, like how we started. So it is not that like she only does only her thing. She also uh, kind of contributes whenever she gets time.
Hey, hi, Adya. This is Prashant.
Hi.
So I just wanted to understand, like, how it goes in your friends group. So do you have different friends from like your place you're staying? One group from maybe the sports player. So how is it for you?
Yeah, it's actually really good. Like I have a lot of friends, and I'm really good at socializing. So I have friends from like my tennis circle who are also like professionally pursuing the sport. Or like I have friends who I know from like my building, or who I've met like online who are like interested in homeschooling. And so we talk a lot. We have meetups sometimes.
Hmm.
And so yeah, it's really fun actually.
Oh, good, great. Yes.
So this is like kind of
So if
others journey and all like
yeah,
kind of what her mom
yeah,
documents every time. So
yeah,
kind of
yeah. So I don't know.
journey
I
kind of.
maybe just I'm just curious about. Let's say if I wanted to give some exam now. Okay, so maybe now I'm pretty old, so around 45. So it still brings me the memories like what are my scholastic skills, how much am I able to prepare for the exam and complete it. So is it the same for you? Do you feel any pressure like that, or if you had to take any certification, if you want to like get something to just have as a evidence that okay, you have completed this skill? Just was wondering. I mean, it is not needed that you must have some proof. It just came to my mind.
I mean, yeah, like not like a pressure, but like, yes, I do want to complete my 10th and 12th board exams and then like get a degree and do a graduation, obviously. And for that, like, we have the NIOS centers. So, yeah.
Great. Thanks. And what do you like to read? I mean, if you are interested into reading, is there anything you can suggest for like 10, 15-year-old boys?
Boys, I mean, there are a lot of like really nice series out there. Like, you could see the Harry Potter books or like the Percy
Mhm.
Jackson books if they like
Yeah.
those. Then there is like classic literature and
Mhm.
like a lot of different genres of books they could try.
Yeah.
If they like sports, they could try like
Yeah.
autobiographies and things like
Yeah.
that.
Or if in some other language like Hindi or somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You came across with something that is useful.
In not in another languages, not really that
Mhm.
much. But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
My
Thanks.
suggestion is
Nice
like
to hear from you.
explore the Indian authors and all like that.
Yes,
So
like
Hmm.
Sudha
definitely
Murti,
like
Rustin Bond.
so that is all been translated and all. Of course, like you please ping me, like we'll add in our book club, and then there we keep on discussing these things. So
Yeah, yeah.
definitely,
Yeah, that will be great. I mean, in my childhood, I used to think, okay, this Panchatantra and those kinds of books were there with like there would be stories inside story, that kind of.
yes. No, as of now, like even today's session also, like I've shared, no, like this came from
Yeah,
my earlier childhood reading only. So this is what I really like and kind of thing, and just see like how I connected this to homeschooling.
yeah.
So
Or
that's that. Yeah, of course. So I
yes,
thank
yes.
you all. I just would like to end this session here because Adya's time is very strict. Like she has time for that. So I'll just continue with that. I just wanted to give you kind of sense like where you kind of meet a real unschooler and like not only just I'm saying things. So that's what is like my greatest joy. I being with everybody like that, and every one of them is very unique. So there is no set formula, no, as we are expecting, and then this comes from our conditioning that what they'll grow up, what they'll do. Uh, but thing is that like this being part with their journey itself is like kind of a blessing. I'll just give 1 minute or two, like you can guys drop off, then we'll discuss. Or if you want to stay, you can stay also. And you'll see like it is not that I'll be discussing with other very academic things. We discuss a lot about different things also. So it's not very schooling kind of discussion.
So, hi Rishikesh, this is Utpreksha. I messaged you yesterday in the group. I said I'll
Yes,
talk
yes.
to you over phone someday. So
Sure,
I was
sure.
like, yeah, I was like reading your messages on many groups, homeschooling groups. So I was really excited to ask you. I'm a very new mom. I started homeschooling my three. They are like 3.5 years old now. I have twins, a girl and a boy. So they are more interested in reading. So it's like I have been reading them like from like they were like what 3 months old. I have been reading every day for them. So whatever books I read for them, they like learn it by heart, even if they don't know how to read, but they like try to read it like how I read, with fingers pointing on those words. So they like they have learned it thoroughly, all the books whatever I read to them. So this is why my aim was to like I didn't want to send them to normal school, so that's why I have opted for homeschooling. So and now that they are like 3.5 years old, so I have introduced them this language, like numbers and alphabets. So they learned writing numbers within like 10 days. They were interested, mama ki, you teach me how to write this letter, how to write this number. So I was really surprised that they learned this all the alphabets, and like from 1 to 10 20 they can write. They learned it only in 10 or 15 days, and just I didn't push them, or I didn't ask them to sit and write, but they were like so interested, and that is how they learned. But if when I would have sent them to school, it would have taken like 2 or 3 years, like until it would have continued until like kg kindergarten years, right? So they have just learned it in a very little time. So now I'm wondering, after this, like what should I introduce them now? What after these alphabets and numbers, and how should I introduce? Like if I want to introduce arts to them, I have done a session of Waldorf arts, last time. So I was like, how should I, what new should I give to them? Now they have learned to write, and of course I'll be teaching them reading also, like I'm teaching them phonics and the other things. I have some books with me. I have also gone through some videos, YouTube videos and other things. So I am like looking forward for teaching them to read also. But what after that? And when they grow old, like homeschooling will be easy for me, for as long as they are young. But what if they grow into like bigger classes, like higher classes? So how should I teach them? Because I won't be able to teach them mathematics. I'm a dentist, so I'm like more into biology. So I don't have any idea about mathematics. My husband is an engineer, but he will be like busy working in his office all the day. So like I was thinking of that thing, like physics, then chemistry, then all these subjects, so over all these things I wanted to talk to you, and also of course how to decide for the boards. But I don't want to go for NIOS. I'm very much what we can say, decisive about it, that I don't want to go for NIOS. But then which other board is left for me? Will it be like IB or IGCSE? So which will be good? Like I want them to go and study abroad, or like but not in India. And I don't want to make them like doctors and engineers. So yeah, so that is, these are all things I wanted to discuss with you. And like which approach is good, like Charlotte Mason or Montessori, or whatever, what you would advise me? So these are all many things I wanted to ask you.
No, no, sure, sure. So I'll just start with the last question. So again, as I said in the presentation also, I said it is always the best thing, like whatever works for you. Like Adda also like subscribed herself into Aditya, sorry, what is that? Birla Brainiacs. It's an online
Hmm.
school, but
Hmm.
her sports schedule it's so much like it's not possible. Like as I fully continue, right? Like so it depends, like how it works. When I started my kind of journey, I actually went to Waldorf school. Means first when my children were, but the that time Bangalore Steiner schools were shifting. No, where we are, they were shifting, and that was like very far from my office and all like that. So that didn't work. So then, although Waldorf, I heard so much good thing. I had my own mentor whose children were in Waldorf. I could not continue. So, like, just keep thinking now, like how life will be there for us next time. It is, I think, very futile idea. Like you can ask Adya. Like I keep on asking her, and she goes through a lot of injuries and all. Like we might think, okay, she'll. Miss, I generally think she's my next Sania Mirza. But then she comes and says that, sir, I got an injury. I could not play the tournament. And what of the beautiful thing is, like she's okay with it. I might be kind of thinking, अरे अभी तो उसको इंडिया खेलना था. But as a person, like who goes through all the deal and the way her parents handled this is like way more better than like maybe when I think of my children. So it is like, and whenever we speak about it is because of our parents. We need to overthink of that. But who will be living that life is your children. So as they grow up, like we say that the cognitive ability, you'll see that difference in them. Slowly give them freedom of like they making their own decisions, and you'll see the wonders. Like they kind of like if you see others reels and all, it is not that she is only playing tennis. She is like, since she and her mom stays like away, they are from Mumbai, but they stay in Ahmedabad for her practice and all. So it is not that she only kind of have a role of kind of playing tennis. She also supports her mom. She also kind of like when she is my student or comes, I ask for some suggestion, she gives that also. So it's not like limited. It's just like if she likes it, she has time, she does it. Otherwise, it's okay. So like that, something it will come, something it will. We need not to like kind of keep holding as it evolves. No, as you said, new. What's new? It is not new for you. It is new for them. If you see they are like kind of excited, Mama, today I have read this. No, like, and I'm like really excited. Then like you are in correct path. And for that, easiest thing is like take them to any library. Don't tell them what to read. Let them pick up. If it is a economics book, let them pick up economics book. If it is like kind of say poetry, let them pick up. Only thing if we tell that, अरे, like what happened for me, science अच्छा है, economics अच्छा नहीं, commerce वाले अच्छे नहीं होते, then comes the problem.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. And
And just
what is
to
this your organization about? I really couldn't understand because I joined late. What is this Skill Elevate online? It
so basically
works for.
like it is your skills what is going to matter. So my work is like if I find any skills of any student or parent, my thing is like go from say like you are at level A to take to level B. Suppose you are doing
Okay.
NIOS also, I am just giving you all the information now so that you can take to
Okay. Okay.
NIOS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'll just go. Is that your Instagram page? Is it there on your Instagram page, or how to
Yeah.
join
Yes,
that?
yes, yes. Yeah. And I also given my WhatsApp group link in the chat. You can
Okay.
go ahead and
All right.
click that join, and then
Sure.
there I'll be keep on posting. And you can
Okay.
drop me personal messages also.
All right. Yes, yes, yes. Sure. So please consider me as your student, like us as your student. So we'll be like constantly disturbing you, however, like we feel to look for you. I mean,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
ask help from you.
yeah. Not
Yeah.
a
Thank
problem.
you
Like
so
for
much.
me, it's like it is not like that. I'm just looking at it as a like core journey, like it's like all
Yeah. Yeah.
together.
Yes,
Means
yes,
if
yes.
tomorrow
And
Adda
where are
plays a
you
match,
from?
I am
Like,
based in Bangalore. I am based in Bangalore.
okay, from your name, I thought you are Maharashtrian because I'm Maharashtrian. I thought
Yes,
connecting
I know.
in Marathi would be like good for me. So that's why
Yeah, no
I
problem.
thought,
I have parents who are speaking Marathi and all. They are.
okay,
I have people.
okay,
I have people.
okay, okay.
And
And do you
like
have
that's what the
meetups like, uh,
hmm.
do you have like meetups like yearly or weekly or monthly, for not
Yeah,
weekly?
virtual meetups like this, it happens.
Okay, all
Like
right.
this book clubs and all, like we have created for that meetups
Okay,
of
okay,
our homeschooling children only.
okay,
And
okay, okay.
physical meetup, like that's what like I do for like Isha Yoga Center,
Yeah, as
like
you
at
mentioned.
retreat. And then
Mm-hmm.
like in Bangalore, I have started. And of course, if you
All right.
can like have some people and then we can come and join, I can come to Maharashtra. Yes, many
Okay, yeah,
times I have
sure.
to
Because
travel.
I'll be shifting to Nagpur this month.
Yeah,
So I am like looking for homeschoolers family and hopefully we will invite you there. So please,
yeah, of course.
yeah. Okay,
Why
yes,
not?
yes, yes. Thank you so much, Rishikesh. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, then I'll just move ahead with Adya, like in case because otherwise, like she just only gets 1 day time in the entire week to do her academics. So
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you. Have a great day.
thank you. Yeah.
Oh, that was one uncle.